Okay, so our first character to introduce is Arataki Ito. As you can probably tell from the horns on his head, this guy is definitely not human.
That's right. In fact, Ito's horns are a symbol of his Oni heritage. Just like the Adepti in Liyue, Oni are a special kind of being in Inazuma.
We have already encountered other special beings in our previous adventures across Inazuma, such as the Bake Danuki and Tengu. This time, we are adding Oni to the list. Aside from Ito's heritage, his unique charisma has also attracted all kinds of followers to him. Word on the streets is that Ito has established his own crew, called the Arataki Gang.
Okay, so he's a gang leader. That's an interesting twist.
Yeah, but he's not quite the kind you might be thinking of. There have been some interesting stories about Ito floating around town.
Yep, he's the big guy with the horns that would play cards with kids to win all of their snacks from them.
Absolute menace.
That sounds like a kid's worst nightmare.
And apparently, he also wanted
of his character, he has a strong will to win no matter what he's doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It probably explains why we see his rematch challenge to Kujo Sara on the Hanamizaka bulletin board. Oh, Sara's the one who defeated him and confiscated his vision under the Vision Hunt decree.
Well, enough of us just talking about him. Why don't we let Ito himself introduce his combat skills? Let's welcome our special correspondent, voice of Arataki Ito, Max Middleman.
Taking it to the max.
Hey, can you hear me? Check. 1, 2, 3. Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh. So, what are we doing? Talking about Ito's fighting style? Cool, let's get into it. Ito wields a claymore and manipulates the Geo element. He's strong, tough, reliable, a true Oni horn to toe. His normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when his second and fourth attacks hit opponents, Ito will gain stacks of superlative super strength. Pretty cool name, huh? Oh, another thing to note is that Ito's normal attack combo won't reset for a short time after using his elemental skill or performing a sprint, which means you can keep on swinging even after you move. When you hold to initiate a charged attack, you can use superlative strength stacks to perform Arataki Keisagiri slashes without spending any stamina. Each Arataki Keisagiri slash will consume 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Ito will unleash an especially powerful attack. When no stacks of superlative super strength are available, Ito will perform a Saichi Monji slash. Oh, and most importantly, remember to keep your hairstyle as cool as possible, even when the wind keeps trying to mess it up. After unlocking the talent Arataki Ichiban, which by the way, means Ito's the best. When Ito uses consecutive Arataki Keisagiri, his resistance to interruption greatly increases, and each slash causes the subsequent slash to have higher attack speed. So your slashes will keep getting faster and harder to stop. With another one of Ito's talents,
tes. Aku
Bloodline of
mode
the
AFK
Crimson
dulu ya,
Oni,
guys.
damage of Ito's Arataki Keisagiri
Oke, pay
is
first.
increased by
Oke,
a
makasih
certain
udah mau
percentage
mampir.
of Ito's defense.
Punten Mamang,
When
halo Lord
using his
Dias,
elemental
makasih Lord Dias
skill,
sudah
Ito
mampir.
rolls
Absen Bang, halo kok Yuko, makasih udah mampir ya Yuko. Ini kode isi kalian cepetan. Oke, mungkin aduh gimana ngepinnya ya? Aku soalnya AFK. What the hell, man? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Oh, buffer.
Ushi, the young Akaushi bull at opponents, dealing geo damage. When Ushi hits opponents, it'll grant Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength. Ushi also happens to be an auxiliary member of the Arataki gang.
Ya bukan lah.
Oh, isn't it cute? Yeah, anyway,
kali
Ushi
mau
is considered a
dikasihin
geo
Goku, anjir.
construct, and it'll remain
Udah
on the field
bolong
to
gitu.
taunt surrounding
Udah jadi
opponents
donat
and
dikasihin
draw their
Goku.
attacks. But Ushi won't stick around forever. It'll
kayaknya nggak kuat ya. Turunin aja dah. Kualitinya jadi 700. Nah, gini aja. Gak usah 60 fps. Kayaknya nggak kuat kalau 60 fps.
distance drop,
Nah,
but
jalan.
his attack will be increased based on his defense, and his normal
Ada
attack
itu
speed
ya.
will also be increased. Ito also has
Oh,
an
nggak ada ya?
exploration talent. Woodchuck
Ya wes
chucked.
gini aja.
When we have Ito in our party, we will have a
Silakan
chance to
menonton.
obtain an additional log of wood while
Kalau
using
punya
attacks to collect
kalau
wood from
punya
a
live
tree.
streaming
So,
AFK.
collecting wood materials will be more efficient. Ito's pretty slick, huh? Anyway, I'm looking forward to
Ini aja
seeing
dah.
everyone
Ya
interact
wes
with
lah, gini.
Ito in our future adventures
Copy.
because he's honestly a
Paste.
really fun character to voice. And those are all the inside deets about the one and only
Tadi bagus sih
Arataki
itunya.
Ito.
Apa
Zach,
namanya?
throwing it back to you.
Lupa aku anjir.
And that's all from our special correspondent, Max
Apa?
Middleman. Thanks, Max.
Thrillernya
Thanks,
bagus.
Max.
Teasernya
Bye,
bagus
guys.
teasernya.
Guess that was okay, Max. Just kidding.
He looks like such a cool character though. Like he's got really interesting
Sambil
combos
aku
and stacking
AFK
and like
ya.
I don't know. That just
VA-nya
seems really
siapa
cool
sih?
to
Kurang
play.
belum tahu
Totally.
sih aku VA-nya.
Next,
Nanti
we're moving on
bakal
to our
ada-
other new
ada
playable
kok.
character in version 2.3. Let's
Kalau
see him
yang
in
lihat versi
action.
Jepang biasanya ada sih. Jadi kayak gitulah. Ya biar kalian bisa nonton dengan leluasa, jadi aku nggak on kamera aja, tapi buffer. Anjir emang. Oh alah, ini aku juga mulai di sini soalnya. Ini di pause aja dah. Nah, dah. Nah, gini kan jalan gitu ya.
If there's anything ever troubling you, don't keep it all muzzled up inside. You can always speak your mind with me. Although I can't guarantee that I'll always have an answer, I'll certainly offer you my best advice. Even when I can't muster much of a response, you can always count on me to be a good listener. Whatever it is, I'm all ears.
Aww.
Whoa.
Here
He looks like a real good boy with a big, beautiful heart.
That he does. That he does.
I like him.
So, I know what everybody's wondering. Can we pet his ears?
Oh my goodness. Well, that might be a little awkward, but if anyone could pet Goro, it'd probably be the Traveler. Not you, Zach, but the
He
Traveler.
wants some pets.
Just to be clear.
I would like to scratch Goro behind the ears.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Come on, guys.
Anyways, with all that being said, although Goro looks really young, he's one of the most reliable characters you might ever meet.
Yeah, in fact, among the Watatsumi Island Resistance, he's known as Top Dog Goro.
Right, which is interesting because Goro is still younger than most of his fellow officers. He earned the nickname because he's close with his troops, and the other officers are always lining up asking him for advice. And to be completely honest, Goro often doesn't know the right advice to give either. But he can't let the soldiers down, so he just gives some general pointers and responds based on his own gut feelings, which has worked pretty well, so everyone sees him as reliable.
Yeah, you know, I guess that's what happens when you wear your heart on your sleeve.
But as soon as he returns to the battlefield, Goro is back to his serious general self, ready to lead the troops. Although, because Goro is still young and inexperienced, his temper can sometimes get the best of him. Anyway, let's take a look at how he fights. General Goro of the Watatsumi Island Resistance wields a bow and holds a Geovision. His elemental skill Inuzaka All-Round Defense deals AoE geo damage and sets up his
Oke,
general's
maaf
war
ya.
banner.
Ya,
Aw, the
udah bilang
dog paw on the banner is so
AFK
cute.
gitu.
I love it.
Thanks, guys. Well, this
Masih
banner
setia EULA
is
we
more
mah ya
than
wes.
just for show.
Gacha ada EULA
It
ya.
provides buffs to active
Gak
characters
apa-apa.
within the
Ntar end
abilities
stream
AoE
kah
based on the
habis
number
nobar
of party
atau
members
live
in
stream
field
sampai
or
kalau
of the
itu
geo
dilanjutin ya,
element. So,
tapi
for
hari
example,
ini
when we have
aku
one geo party
AFK
member, it
dulu,
grants a
jadi
defense bonus.
maaf
When
banget
we have
nggak
two geo party members, in addition
maksudnya
to the
ya,
defense
ya
bonus, it
masih
increases
bisa lanjut
resistance to
tapi nggak bisa
interruption.
nemenin
And when we
kayak
have three geo
ngobrol-ngobrol
party
santai
members,
gitu
it adds a
gitu
geo
kan.
damage
Ya
bonus
cuman
on top
ngasih
of the
konten
previous two
aja
bonuses we just
karena
mentioned.
ya kalian kan
so what
mau
you're
lihat live stream ya, kalau
saying
misalnya
is the
kalian
more
bingung
geo
mau lihat
characters we have in our
ke
party,
twistnya ya
like,
wes tak
I
kasih
don't know,
yang ini gitu.
the more buffs
Tapi kalau
we
kalian
gain
mau
from
mampir ke sana,
Goro's
monggo.
elemental
Ini
skill.
Yes,
ya,
that is correct. Any
ya
characters who
kalian
like defense and
mana ya
geo,
istilahnya?
and there's a few of them,
Biar
would probably
kalian
like
itu
that a lot.
nggak
And
usah
finally,
pusing-pusing harus ke
we-
twist.
thanks,
Kayak gitu
thanks,
gitu.
Koi. And
Konfirmasi
finally,
sistem
we
gacanya
have
belum.
Goro's
Iya sih.
elemental burst,
Katanya
Juga
katanya
forward
gini
unto
kalau aku
victory.
dari denger
Unleashing
yang
his
konfirmasi
burst,
sistem
Goro deals
gacanya.
AoE geo
Nanti
damage
di
and creates
gacha
a
tersebut
field
itu
known
ada
as
dua banner
General's
ya, dua
Glory.
banner.
Just
Dan
like his
gimana?
elemental skill, the field provides buffs to active characters according to the number of
saling
geo
berkaitan.
party members. What's special about this field is that it moves together with your active character and
Jadi kalau
periodically
misalnya-
generates a crystal collapse, which deals AoE geo damage to
Nanti
one
kalau
opponent within its
misalnya
AoE.
kalian mau gacha,
After
misalnya
unlocking
mau
the
gacha
talent
albedo, nah
Heedless
itu
of the
PT-nya
Wind
tetap
and Weather,
masuk di
Goro's elemental
gachanya
burst
si EULA.
also
Jadi tergantung
increases
kamu
all
mau
party members'
gacha yang
defense.
mana. Nah,
And
nggak tahu juga
another
untuk
one of
sistem
Goro's
red on
talents,
kayaknya
a
masih
favor
sama
repaid,
untuk sistem red
grants
on-nya.
damage bonuses
Dan
to
juga
Goro's
B4-nya
elemental
kayaknya
skill and
sama sih.
elemental burst
Jadi
based on
cuman
its defense,
dibedain
which is great
dari
'cause I
model.
love seeing characters using different stats.
Wow, so that's all really cool. But I have to admit that little sidekick of his is so cute. Look at how it waves its banner alongside Goro.
I want to be its friend.
Okay, guys, focus. Come
I
on.
will be its friend.
So, aside from his combat-related talents, Goro also has a pretty useful exploration talent called Seeker of Shinies.
Berarti EULA sama albedo satu banner ya, apa beda?
of Shinies.
Jadi ada dua banner,
It's
ada
amazing and it's
banner
adorable,
EULA
yes,
sama
I
ada
totally
bannernya
understand that. This
si
talent displays the location
albedo.
of nearby
Nah, kayak
resources
gitu.
unique to Inazuma
Mungkin
on the minimap while you have Goro in
dia
your party.
itu jadi dua
Oh my
banner
goodness, let's go
dan
seek some
B4-nya tetap sama.
shinies. It's gonna be so handy when we're farming
Katanya sih gitu, dari
materials
itu
in
baru
Inazuma.
rumor leak ya. Nanti kita
Yeah,
lihat
so
aja yang
you
versi
guys like
officialnya
Goro?
kayak
Sound
gimana
pretty good?
gitu kan ya.
Yes.
Ini masih
Very
jalan kan?
good.
Nah, ini masih
Very-
preview
very
sama
good boy.
Goro.
Very,
Yang
very
nanti
good.
yang
I knew that's
ada
where it was
apa?
going, and I'm
Kode redeem
not
bisa
disappointed.
dibagiin ya di live streaming. Tadi ini
alright,
udah
now
ada
that
satu
we've
kode
had our
redeem.
first look at our new
Ini aku belum buka
characters,
Genshin
let's
sebetulnya
check
sih.
out the event
Nanti
wishes
kita
coming
gacha
in
sekalian
version
aja ya, guys.
2.3.
Nanti
The
red on
event
atau red
wishes
off
for
nanti lah.
version
Nanti
2.3
terus
are
kita
gonna be a
itu.
little different from previous versions.
Mungkin aku nanti kalau
This
misalnya
time,
red
we'll
on
be
nanti aku red
opening
on.
two character event wishes
Mungkin
at
aku
the
akan
same
gacha
time
albedonya,
during the
gak
earlier
gacha
phase
si
of
EULA-nya.
version
Maaf banget
2.3.
nih.
They are
Bukannya nggak suka
Albedo's
EULA ya,
Secretum
tapi
Secretorum and Eula's
lebih dari
Born of
function
Ocean Swell.
albedo lebih
Okay, so both
mantep.
Albedo and Eula's rerun
Karena
will be
ya itu tadi
available
sub
at the
DPS. Aku
same
butuh pilih masuk
time,
DPS
that means.
tentunya.
That's cool. What
Sounds
else we
pretty
got?
cool, yeah.
Teter.
Well, also,
Ini
in the
Albudi sama
later
EULA
phase of
jadi satu
version
banner
2.3,
langsung ada dua
the
bintang
character
5
event
gitu.
wish
Kurang
Owns
tahu sih,
Royale
kalau itu kurang
will
tahu
become
ya, belum
available,
ada
featuring
konfirmasi
our
dari
two new
langsungnya.
characters, Arataki Ito
Mungkin
and Goro.
bisa jadi kayak
I'm
gitu,
guessing
mungkin
many of our viewers might be
dua
curious
banner.
about the first two rerun
Ini juga
event
nggak tahu.
wishes,
Katanya
so
PT-nya
why don't
masih
we give
sama,
some more
jadi
details?
red on red off
Oh, yeah,
itu
for
masih
sure.
50-50
With each
gitu.
version update,
Dan
we've
kalau
met
red off
many new companions
ya
on our journey.
50-50.
So,
Hanya aja
some new players might want to get limited
guaranteed-nya tuh
characters from
di
previous
share,
event
di share
wishes.
bareng. Nanti kita
But
lihat
it's
aja.
probably
Untuk
gonna take a
hal
long time
tersebut,
before
nah
they see
ini
their
bannernya
favorite
ya.
character
Udah
return.
nggak bisa dengerin lagi.
After collecting and considering player
Dengerin
feedback,
satu itu aja.
the devs have decided to push reruns forward when the timing fits the version content.
So, coming back to the two concurrent character event wishes in version 2.3, both will actually share the same
Astaga,
cumulative
suaranya
pull
si
count
Goro
toward
kok
the
kayak gitu
5-star
ya?
drop guarantee, which means any pulls you make on one of the character event wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed to gain at least one 5-star character in the remaining 40 pulls on EULA's Born of Ocean Swell. There will be more information in an upcoming announcement with more details on these new wish mechanics.
And as expected, with new characters comes new storylines. Ito's story quest, Taurus Iracundus, will be added in the new version for travelers to explore.
Taurus.
The Oni race once left countless figures in Inazuman legends. But how
Rakyan
did Ito or
kebanyakan
other
DPS mau
Oni live in
yoi
the
my
current
friend. Makanya aku
Inazuma?
perlu sub
For any
DPS aja
players
nih.
interested in diving deeper into Ito's backstory, this story quest will be a great place to start.
Sounds swell to me.
In addition to Ito's story quest, both Goro and Beto will be receiving their very
ada
own
mager tuh
hangout
kali itu.
events in version 2.3.
That's right, players are going to get an inside look at some of the secrets behind General Goro in his hangout.
Oh, and we'll be joining Captain Beto for an all-new adventure in her hangout as well.
We have quite a few new storylines awaiting travelers in the
Story
new
quest,
version,
Primo
so
quest,
remember to
ya,
save up some
masalahnya
story keys to unlock those.
Story questnya tuh
Heck
bikin
yeah.
emosi ini.
Like new
Ini
characters
ngedet
and
anjir
storylines are
mager
rituals,
aku.
some new weapons and artifacts
Oke,
in
ini ya.
version 2.3.
Untuk weapon barunya
New
adalah
5-star
Redon
Claymore,
Stone Tracer
Redhorn
dan
Stone
juga ada
Tracer
artefak
will
baru
be appearing in
yaitu
one of
adalah
version 2.3's
namanya
weapon
ganti
event
lagi
wishes.
rupanya.
Also, the new artifact
Box
sets
of
Husk
Opulent Dream
Dreams
sama
and
Ocean-hued
Clam
Clam.
will become available in the new version.
Good Clam nggak bisa
Players will
mau
be able to
bacanya
gain these
Ocean gitu ya,
artifacts
si
through a
Ocean.
new domain
Ocean sama
located
Hulk.
on Seirai Island in
Opulent
Inazuma.
Well, that's great,
Opulent
'cause
gitu
I've
aja.
been clamoring
Opulent
for new
Dream.
artifacts. And new
Ocean sama
artifacts
Opulent
always
Dream.
bring new possibilities for characters and
Ini
great
cocok
party
banget buat si
combinations.
Ito dan karakter
Yeah,
yang
for
ada
sure.
dev-devnya gitu
And now
pokoknya.
that we've
Kalau
covered
ini
all
cocok
the
buat
new
si
equipment
ya
coming our way, we're ready to see a
utamanya
new
adalah si
deadly
Kokomi.
boss rising in the coming version. Let's take a look at the Golden Wolf Lord.
Oh, ini monsternya ya. Yang sekarang jadi event itu. tempatnya. Udah konfirmasi banner Albedo EULA rerun bersamaan, lihat di Twitter gue. Nah, ya kan? Makanya itu maybe aku nggak tahu kalau untuk sistemnya tadi dijelasin sih, tapi cuman diomongin jadi kurang agak ngerti ya untuk sistem gacanya gimana. Apakah 2 banner dalam satu, dua bintang 5 dalam satu banner kayak banner senjata, tapi katanya enggak sih. Katanya jadi dua banner itu nanti. Katanya kalau untuk aku lihat baca-baca itu.
Whoa, spicy puppy snake. I love him.
I'm kind of grappling with like wanting to fight it and wanting
sorry,
to
Mama
pet it.
B.
I don't really know.
Kalau gitu nggak jadi
going to
itu
make
soalnya
it
banyak DPS mau
my,
support
golden
mau
wolf
support atau
friend.
Albedo. Boleh.
Did you guys see
Kalau
the
aku milih
tornado
Albedo
too?
aja
I'm
sih
like, I better not get hit with that thing.
Yeah, seeing that just made me
daripada
feel
itu.
winded.
Itu juga
Also,
bagus kalau mau
the
gacha bareng.
size of that thing, that is one giant rift hound.
Yeah, now that you mention it, the structures of their bodies look really similar.
Great
Artinya buat Noel
observation.
C6 ku
Technically,
sama
the
cuy.
Golden
Aku
Wolf
juga
Lord is
buat
the
Albedo
king
nanti kalau
of the
Red.
Rift Wolves.
Gue
Which is
juga
also
pengen
the reason
Albudi,
why
semua aja pengen
Rift Hounds and
Albudi ya.
Rift Hound whelps
Ayo
appeared
kita
in
gacha
Surumi
Albudi
Island
aja.
in the first place.
Yang itu
As
ya
a
cuman
giant,
si
monstrous
Yuko itu
beast
yang
from another
mau
world,
si itu ya.
its subjects are tasked with
Ya, dapat
making
Albudi ya.
preparations
Udah
before
itu
it
aja.
descends. And since this
Bang,
monster
EULA
will
worth
be a
it
recurring
juga
boss
buat
in
gacha
Surumi
worth it
Island,
sekali
players will
buat
be able
kamu
to
yang nggak
challenge this
pada
abyssal beast at any
DPS.
time.
Okay, challenge
DPS.
accepted.
Kalau
But
misalnya
how do
kamu
we
nggak ada
fight?
DPS,
Well,
buat
let's give everyone the
gacha
inside
aja
scoop.
si
In
EULA,
combat, the
karena
Golden Wolf Lord's
ultinya juga
attacks
sakit.
can apply
Tapi
stacks of the
dengan syarat kamu
corrosion
harus punya
status,
baterai.
which
Udah
will
itu aja.
cause all characters in the party to continuously lose HP. When the Wolf Lord's
Aduh, kok
HP drops
agak-
to a certain
kok
threshold,
agak
it
gimana
will
gitu
summon
ya,
Rift Hound
ambil
Alphas
hutau.
to provide it with
Aku
shields.
sebetulnya ya karena red
Doesn't
off
sound
aja.
fair.
Kalau dapatnya
I
red
think
off
I'm up
ya
for this
aku
fight,
sebetulnya
but it does
aku
sound pretty
simpen
tough.
gitu.
Yeah, but don't
Aku aja
worry.
hutonya
In the
sekarang nggak pernah
latter
aku
stage of the
pakai.
fight, the Wolf Lord's resistance to geo attacks
Dulu di pojokan
decreases,
tuh Albudi,
while its
sekarang
attack
mau dorong
increases.
pintu keluar.
So you'll have to factor
Ya
that into
karena
your strategy.
supportnya
Can
sangat
I do math?
cocok banget. Durasinya
Okay,
lama,
is there
skill
anything
E-nya
else I
bisa
should
di
know?
spam,
Nope,
ultinya
I think
tanpa
that's
kasih
about all we have for
ER
this
aja
new
udah bisa
monster.
ulti lagi. gitu.
Alright, it's probably a good time to
Tinggal
take a
kamu
short
cari
break
RT dev.
and give
Gampang
away
cari
our
RT dev.
second redemption code.
Sounds good.
Tapi ya nanti kalau
Alright,
gacha di RT
code
yang baru ya
inbound in
kayaknya nggak dapet sih.
3, 2,
Tapi nggak apa-apa.
1.
Itu guys.
Welcome back, travelers. Next up, we'll be giving some exclusive details on the new events coming in version 2.3. This time, we're returning to the snowy Dragonspine area to explore an all-new event. Koi, I know that you know a thing or two about Dragonspine, so why don't you take the lead?
It would be my pleasure, Zach. Okay. The main event in version 2.3 is called Shadows Amid Snowstorms. In this event, the Adventurers Guild will be holding their winter training on Dragonspine. They plan to have seasoned adventurers pairing up with newer recruits. Some of our old friends from Mondstadt will be joining to help out too. You know, like Amber and EULA.
Oh, that's cool. You see what I did there? Cool, because it's cold and
Yes, Zach,
Dragonspine.
I did see what
Yeah.
you did there.
Well, we'll definitely need our friends to survive the deadly cold of Dragonspine.
Yep. Travelers who've reached Adventure Rank 20 and completed the prerequisite quests will be able to participate in the event. And you know, outside the event storylines, travelers can participate in various challenges and earn event currencies to exchange for a range of rewards.
I'm excited to chill in Dragonspine again, but what kinds of gameplay can we expect for travelers during our winter training?
The first is called agility training. Basically, it's a special speed training. Once you start, you need to follow the guides to proceed down a race course. The goal is to get the highest score possible before successfully reaching the end. And your score is based on the amount of time spent and the number of insignias of adventure and insignias of conquest you're able to collect during the training.
Ooh, and it also looks like we've got some special buffs to make use of.
That is correct. Special blessings will sometimes appear while you race. There are two kinds of blessings. First is the Gale Spring blessing, which will enhance your character's jumping abilities. And second is the Iron Skin blessing, which will allow your characters to shatter ice pillars around them.
Okay, so we'll need to aim for the ice pillars containing insignias once we have this blessing.
Oh, you are so smart. That is correct. Travelers should be sure to make use of it. Some insignias of adventure will be hidden in the course, but insignias of conquest appear only at certain times. Ooh. You'll need to get the correct timing down and grab them throughout the challenge. The second type of gameplay is tracker training. Travelers will need to find and melt all the ice crystal piles within the training area to complete the challenge.
So a pyro character is going to be a must for your party in this one.
Yep. But this training shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to be careful of the nearby enemies and surrounding environment. And our third type of gameplay is combat training.
Ooh, combat, my favorite part.
Combat training camps will contain lures that can be activated to begin the training session. Lures will start in a state of source cold and emanate cold air that not only increases the rate at which sheer cold will accumulate on your character, but also gives nearby opponents a buff at fixed intervals.
Sounds like this one might be a little more intense for challengers then.
Yeah, but don't worry. There are multiple mechanisms around the lures. Travelers can activate these mechanisms by attacking them while carrying Scarlet Quartz. Once you've activated the three mechanisms, they will change the lure state to heat source and cancel the accumulation of sheer cold. Yeah, see? When lures switch to heat source mode, characters will also restore a certain amount of energy at fixed intervals. So on heat source mode, dealing damage to opponents while carrying Scarlet Quartz will unleash all the quartz energy in a single blow, dealing AoE pyro damage to the opponents.
Whew, I can already see myself searching frantically to find Scarlet Quartz in this one.
Yeah, but actually, besides looking for Scarlet Quartz in the surrounding area, you can also obtain Scarlet Quartz by defeating certain monsters during the challenge. All three of these trainings have multiple challenges, which may be completed to obtain event currencies, primo gems, and more. You can also obtain some snowman components from the tracker training and combat training.
Oh, dude, the snowmen. That's a nice seasonal touch.
Yeah, I would love to make a snowman on Dragonspine.
Oh my goodness, me too. Participate in the event to collect components, which can be used to build snowmen in-game. Travelers can also exchange some of their components with their friends.
Oh, hey, we're all friends. Why don't we
Perceivably.
build them together?
We could build snowmen. I'd be down.
Yeah.
That is very exciting. And to add to the excitement, players will be able to claim rewards by building snowmen, including a new 4-star sword named Cinnabar Spindle. Yeah, you want to refine this bad boy? Well, you can collect event currencies and exchange them for the sword's refinement materials via the event shop.
So, I'm sure players are wondering, can we keep our snowmen after the event's over?
Absolutely. We can bring the snowman bases and components home after the whole thing wraps up.
All right, another decoration for our Serena teapot. I'm looking forward to checking out all the snowman styles.
Oh yeah, me too. But you know what? Aside from all the winter training events, we'll also encounter a mysterious boss once we get further into the event story. But travelers will probably have to discover that for themselves. Anyway, I'm super excited for this event. Are you guys excited?
Yeah. And it sounds like we'll have a ton of seasonal things to do on Dragonspine. All right, next we'll be heading back to Inazuma for our next event titled Bantan Sango Case Files, The Warrior Dog. Wait, what?
What was that?
Was that you, Koi?
No, it was Corey.
You can't blame this one on the dog.
Okay, anyway, back to our event. There have been mysterious disappearances of animals across Inazuma lately, and of course, the Traveler is there to help. According to the Commission, our objective is to find and bring the missing animals back. During investigation, we get to find a mysterious dog which patrols around some of the missing animals.
Well, a dog? There's like a whole bunch of dogs here.
These are all its canine bunshin, which are like illusionary copies.
Oh yeah, these aren't your average guard dog. They're carrying a little sword.
That's why we need to sneak to where the dog keeps the little animals and avoid being detected, unless we want to be attacked.
That, sir, sounds super scary.
Yes, it does. In this event, travelers will obtain a gadget called the Ubiquity Net. Travelers can use it to replace their elemental skill with the net's ability. We'll use this ability on the indicated animals to whisk them away. If the skill hits a canine bunshin, it will be stunned for a short time. Travelers can also activate smoke machines and fireworks around places of interest to cause distractions too. Throughout our investigation, we'll also discover numbers of animals that have been kept in cages inside places called dens of thieves. We'll need to defeat the surrounding opponents first before opening the cages and coming to their rescue. By completing event challenges, we can claim rewards including Primo Gems, so be sure to give it a try. After this event ends, travelers can complete the related world requests to obtain a brand new gadget called the Omni Ubiquity Net.
That's quite a name.
Yeah. Unlike the gadget from the event, this upgraded net has been modified using Onmyodo. It is said it can capture the essence of smaller creatures before using the net itself as a medium to replicate their forms.
So what you're saying is, we can keep pets with it.
Well, sort of. We can use the net as a way of recreating animals that we meet in the open world and place them in our Serenity Pot.
But the bottom line is, I can be like Draff or Timmy and have an army of pigeons at my disposal.
I will accept this.
Right. But please note that there are some little critters who cannot be recreated using the net. Travelers may find which animals can be recreated in the archive.
Yes, we're gonna get to keep some more animals in our realms.
Our next event is Energy Amplifier Fruition. Some of you may remember the previous Energy Amplifier event. It turns out that after our previous research, some remaining mutation stones have started to surface. In the new version of the Energy Amplifier event, travelers will need to get to the places of interest and eliminate threats there.
But mutation stones can grant powerful bonuses to opponents, so we'll want to take care of those first before facing the enemy.
Yeah. After defeating the enemies, we can open the chests to claim rewards. What's different from the previous Energy Amplifier event is that once travelers have cleared all the investigation tasks in Act 1, they'll automatically gain the Energy Amplifier and all of the Earman Soul Fruit fragments. Each act cleared will unlock the corresponding deceitful domain.
And just like the previous time we entered this event, we will be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, and the Energy Amplifier will help amplify our abilities in these domains. The fragments you configure into the Energy Amplifier will determine the buffs you gain during the challenge.
In terms of rewards, there will be both first clear rewards and milestone score rewards to claim in this event, so you definitely don't want to miss out on those. Our next event to introduce is Misty Dungeon Realm of Light.
Yeah. Travelers may remember this one as well. Just like our previous Misty Dungeon event, travelers will use the trial characters to complete dungeon trials. You will need to find all 3 of the ancient runes in the dungeon and complete their corresponding challenges to activate the runes.
Once all 3 runes are activated, travelers can gain access to the final challenge.
There are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapon systems that will detect and attack any intruders.
So travelers must use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
This time around, there will be new trial characters available and new trials for travelers to challenge. For example, in the Thundershock trial, Electrocharged will not only receive a damage bonus, but also increase the rate at which your elemental skills and bursts can be used.
Well, that sounds cool, and also super helpful for finding our way through all the enemies.
Definitely. And don't forget to finish as many trial quests as possible to claim more rewards. And speaking of recurring events, our most popular merchant, Lieben, is coming back in version 2.3 with his goods. Players can search for Lieben and submit the materials that he requests to claim rewards. And that's all we've got for the upcoming events. We've covered quite a bit of content already for version 2.3.
We sure did, and buckle up because there's more. We've got some details on a fun update to the Serenity Pot.
Right. After the version 2.3 update, we will be able to put Paimon into our Serenity Pot.
And she's got some new dialogue for us while she's in our teapot. Come and talk with Paimon whenever you have the chance.
I don't think that I want to, if that's what she sounds like, but I think I will take pictures with Paimon. It's not often we get to snap a photo with Paimon.
Okay. And that concludes the new version content for today.
That was a pretty good Paimon.
All right, everybody ready? The third redemption code is on the way! Yeah!
I don't want it.
Corey, you do one.
No.
Oke, maaf guys, kan sudah aku bilang mode AFK ya. Nah, itu ada kode redeem lagi. Tadi kode ini udah kode redeem ke berapa
Every
ini?
journey
BTW
has
anyway
its
Baswe.
end.
Khas
And we
enggak.
are reaching the end to our
Halo
special
Lord, halo
program.
juga Rizky. Maaf
Fine,
banget
so.
semuanya
It sure
guys. Walaupun
Don't
3 orang ya
rush.
apa lah.
As
Aku
Zhongli
cuma
says.
ngasih ini
What was
dulu
that?
aja ya.
So, Corey, you are both first-time hosts on the program today. What do you think?
Eventnya waktu
You
event
know, it's just been such a
pertama.
journey for me personally, going
Ini
from
eventnya
voicing
dari
NPCs
dari
like
ulang
Giraffe
lagi.
to voicing
Maksudnya
Goro and being able to be here on the special
event
program.
Edan ini
And I just
lagi.
can't wait for you guys to get
Aku nggak lihat
to know
eventnya
him
soalnya
better.
tadi. Ku
So
tinggal
thank you
kan.
for having me, and it's
Samnya
been an honor.
kotak.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's
You and
awesome.
Go are two very
Nggak ada
good
yang-
boys.
yang
Speaking of
pernah
good
bilang,
boys,
"Eh,
there's
kepala
so
bapak."
many doggos in this update. Did you
Maaf
see?
ya guys, gue tinggal
I'm
AFK
going to
ya.
pet all of them,
Sesuai
and
sama
then
yang
I'm going
kupin
to
itu.
make 10 million
Ini udah
snowmen.
kode redeem ke berapa tadi?
Sounds like a
Nggak lihat tadi
sounds
aku.
like a good plan. I'm
Ketinggal
also
soalnya.
super excited for the snowmen and
Mahal
checking out
banget.
all of their different styles.
Pin. Oh, udah 3.
The
Oke,
golden
oke.
wolf lord looks so fierce and scary in the tornado.
Ntar
but
soalnya aku masih mode
I
AFK,
will
nggak
die
bisa
plenty of
nemenin
times, but I
kalian
will
gitu.
enjoy it because
Aku cuman
Face it together.
ngasih kalian
yes,
ini
together.
aja.
Help me out, guys.
Remember to
Please.
pack your albedo.
Oke, makasih
Yeah, you're
untuk
coming with me. Bring him, Koi. Bring
Yutakun
him.
sudah mau membantu ya.
Well,
Soalnya aku tinggal
that's
AFK.
it for the special program today. Thanks
Oke,
for
itu ya.
watching the Genshin Impact
Mode
version
AFK.
2.3 special program, and we'll see you all in game.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Udah ya, itu ya kode redeemnya ya. Kalian bisa nyimak kode redeemnya di situ ternyata. Buffer ya. Aduh, ntar. Oh, udah selesai. Lah, udah selesai tah? What the hell, man? Astaga, mamang. Aduh, parah. Ternyata sudah selesai. Bentar. Tadi hitam kan? White.